Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hibiscus Tea Cafe. Today, we're going to talk to my guest, Lupita, who is a holistic business strategist. We're going to explore how entrepreneurship intertwines with physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, especially for women entrepreneurs who started their business later on in life, and those who started their business before or after COVID, and maybe those who had to start all over again. So join me here, grab your favorite cup of tea, and let's talk about how we can balance our business with our personal health and wellness. So today we're going to talk about health and wellness when it comes to our business. And I find that a very broad topic, but I want to narrow it down. And that's why I brought you here as our holistic business strategist. And Daisy, the entrepreneur, of course. How did you become a holistic business strategist? You don't often hear holistic business strategist, at least in my world. So,
can we say what that is? Is
Yes.
that definition? Because that whole concept is new for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I'm 11 years in as an entrepreneur, helping other entrepreneurs. And what I realized the first 2 years as a regular business coach, that's what I was at the beginning, was it was only part of the puzzle. And during those 2 years, I went through burnout. I went through all different types of survival mode, nervous system, overcapacity. And that just means saying yes to everything. That's the way I like to say it. It's like you say yes to everything. And a lot of that comes from your upbringing too. My upbringing, it was my parents were amazing, but they never stopped. They were always working. So after 2 years of just, I really love entrepreneurs. I love focusing on the strategy. My background is in the nonprofit world. I worked in advertising. So that wasn't, unusual for me. What was unusual is why am I so tired? Why am I working 12 hours a day when I was supposed to be working for myself? Not that I shouldn't be working at all, but it shouldn't be equivalent to what I was working at a regular job that I had before.
Right.
And part of that really was when, I started getting sick and I started noticing I'm a healthy person, but I'm not sleeping well. But now my body is kind of defying my, I'm okay, but I'm saying I'm fine. And then I just went on a deep dive, just learning about the nervous system, learning about emotions and how they can really get trapped in your body. And I thought, this is crazy. But again, I kept reading, saw the science. And I'm a nerd first before woo-woo, I'm a nerd. And I thought, could this be true? So then I started testing this on myself. And then as I went down that path of, okay, how do I integrate what I'm doing already that works? But at the same time, can I bring in this part of, I'm not just an entrepreneur, I'm a human, I'm a whole person.
that's right there.
So that was the holistic part. And when I embraced that, that was 3 years into my business. I'm in year 11 now. No one talked about it. Or if they talked about holistic, it was herbs or salves, right?
Thank you for visiting the Hibiscus Tea Cafe. And for a full version of this tea chat, please check out our YouTube channel.